So here's number one, Steeler with the Ramen Toys Hunter tank. They fit really good together. I didn't have to do anything with Steeler. I did have to do some modifications to the Ramen Toys Hunter tank. As you can tell, I weathered it. I put these decals, water decals on it, and added a little bit of accessories on it just to make it a little bit different. But this is my take on Steeler and the quote-unquote Mobat. And here is my breaker with the RAM cycle. I wanted to go with a little bit more of a retro look, so I modified one of the helmets from the Retro Duke, and I put comms on it, and I gave him the Gridiron's backpack. Took off his vest, put some grunt legs on there, just to give him a little bit more of a closer to a retro look. So I used a lot of grunts for these customs right here. So it's basically kit bashed, but I think it turned out better. He doesn't look as futuristic as his release on the RAM cycle. But that's my take on Breaker. Here we have Grand Slam on the jump pad. Jump pad, it came from Etsy. It's a 3D printed jump pad. Pretty cool. All the details on it with the lettering and stuff, that's lifted up. So it's actually printed on, not decals. Grand Slam is basically tripwire on a grunt body. I used a Marvel Legends head, but that helmet is actually Scrap Iron's helmet. I modified it a little bit, had to sand off that little Cobra emblem on his forehead. Did some paint on it, did some paint on Tripwire's vest, and that's my take on Grand Slam. So I think it looks really good with that jump pad. And here we have Clutch with the VAMP. This is my take on a retro VAMP. There is a lift on it. I used wheels from Red Atlas Creations. This was a Stinger that I took apart and painted. Used some of the parts from it. I used a retro cannon that I got from Etsy as well. There was little mods on it. I did a review on it earlier this week as well. But Clutch is basically on a grunt torso. I used Clutch's legs. I used his vest, and I used a retro helmet from Duke. But I wanted, again, something a little bit more retro looking to fit the OG13 profile. Here we have Rock and Roll and Stalker. These are basically the retro figures. Didn't really have to do any modifications on it because I thought they looked the profile for the OG13. Only thing I did was I got a 3D printed jetpack, gave it to Stalker, painted it up. Reason I got him that jetpack was because of the intro to G.I. Joe, where he's flying around on it. So I thought that was fitting for him. I also did get him a RAM cycle, which I got off AliExpress. So that was it was pretty cool. It was only like, I think it was like 17 bucks shipped. So they have deals on AliExpress. It was missing the cannon, the sidecar cannon, but I didn't need it because I already had one for Clutch. And Rock and Roll, no tattoos, all green, looks good. Oh, I did switch out his head with the the first release of Rock and Roll. I just didn't like that retro head. It looked like he had eyeliner on it, so I did that switch. Here I got Zap and Shortfuse. So Zap is basically a grunt body again. I think it was Stalker's harness. I used bazooka and backpack. The head that came off of Marvel Legends Forge. I cut the ponytail off and stuck a retro Trooper's helmet on him, and I think it came out pretty close to what's going to be the official release from Hasbro. But yeah, that's Zap right there. Shortfuse right there. Basically, it came the way it did. I thought it was a good representation for the OG-13. Here we have Colonel Hawk. So he pretty much looks the way he came from Hasbro. Only kit bash I did on it was I used a retro Cobra Trooper harness on him, just because I wanted to be closer to that OG-13 release. But I think it turned out pretty good. I don't remember doing any more modifications on it, but I think it matches and it looks pretty good. Here we have Grunt, using a Grunt body. Used a retro Duke helmet to give him the OG-13 look. I did take off his plate carrier. Let's see, what else did I do to it? Gave him one of those tactical satchels to hold his grenades. And right next to him is Flash. Flash is basically tripwire. I used the vest jacket part from Alpine, painted it, and yeah, and oh, that's Glenda's laser gun and backpack. As soon as I saw that on Glenda, I had to use his backpack for Flash, or her backpack for Flash. His helmet is also from a retro Duke. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I didn't want it to be too similar to Grand Slam, just because I didn't want him looking too duplicate, but it does have that retro feel to it, I believe, from the OG-13. And here we have Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Scarlet is pretty much the way Hasbro released her on the retro card back. Thought it looked perfect for the OG-13. Snake Eyes right here, this retro one, is actually not a retro Snake Eyes. He's a kit bash from Stalker when I found extra Stalkers at Rosscon for like $6. The head I got from eBay, which is, I believe it's a Desert Scorpion, or sorry, the Desert Snake Eyes. And I basically dyed all the parts, but the dye started bleeding, so I went back and painted over it with acrylic paints. And visor, I painted it with an acrylic metallic blue, which I think it turned out pretty good. Wanted to keep it close to the OG-13 toy release where he was all black. But that concludes my OG-13, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. And out of the shadows comes Jodie Shooter. So she's not one of the OG-13s, but it was alluded that there was 14 Joes at the beginning. So I decided to make a kit bash of the Shooter, and this is basically a Lady J body. The top portion, the torso, I had to use epoxy clay, so she didn't have what Lady J's top looked like. Of course, I used Shooter's head and the neck. The arms, I had to color match the paint as close as possible. And she is holding a ghillie suit from one of the 60th anniversary snipers. But yeah, I thought she should be included with the OG 13, making it the OG 14. And yeah, and then she definitely fits with the rest of the crew. And there they are, the OG 13 plus 1. So hope you guys like the customs, kit bashing, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Which figure do you think is your guys' favorite? But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.